Good morning. My name is Egar White, and I'm here to tell you the story of how Donald Trump found out about the Hillary Clinton emails and how other countries have them and how many of them. Now, first of all, I'd like to say that the content of the emails is what is extremely important. And if we were to pair that up on a timeline of when the foundation received paid for plays and when certain trips were made to various countries, you would see a horrifying, absolutely horrifying scenario, which I believe would show the marks of treason. So, having said that, I'm sitting there one evening and watching, kind of from the outside, a discussion amongst a group of individuals who frequently comment and try to discern what's going on in political arena. And as everyone was joking about different political events that are happening and how ridiculous it is that certain frauds are being perpetrated upon the American people, one gentleman kind of jumped up and said, "Yeah, well, Russia has 38,000 of Hillary Clinton's emails. And China got a chunk of them too, basically any country that was interested. But China they claim that they kept between 25 and 28,000 of the emails which they thought were relevant to their situation. So basically, they both said that 68,000 emails had been hacked from Hillary Clinton's private email server, and that Russia had checked them all over and decided to retain 38,000. China had retained between 25 and 28,000. Well, I knew that there were things in the works to try and discuss what was going on with her personal server. So I decided to be most helpful and call Donald Trump's office and give him the amount of the emails that this gentleman said he knew that each country had and had gotten information from different trusted sources and had published some articles regarding that in a couple of different countries. So I didn't think that I was reporting anything that was not known, but apparently, since I travel and work internationally all the time and I'm studying languages all the time, I'm in a different circle of individuals and had access to information that I thought everybody knew. And I was just recommending to Mr. Trump that he use that information in his campaign, because certainly if you go and talk to a country and then shortly afterward you get a chunk of money donated to a certain foundation, and then allegedly some point after that there's a secret which is transmitted across a certain private server, which greatly enhances the person's position or understanding who just made a serious donation, just had a serious visit. I would consider that to be a blatant act of treason. We don't have briefcases and paper and handcuffed to the little funny looking spy with a hat to put something out on basically kind of like a smorgasbord open server that anyone in the world that had any interest in could easily access. Proves to me intentional beyond all reasonable assumptions of doubt. So I know everybody's sitting back and wondering, well, why didn't Comey do anything if they knew of all this information? Well, the fact that he asked for a meeting to, quote, interrogate her, what do we know that he talked about at that meeting? Maybe they ordered pizza and vodka and sat around and laughed about the good old days. You know, we don't know what happened in that meeting because it was not recorded and not done under oath. So I would allege and assert that the interrogation was never done, and that it was done on a Saturday, so that no employees at the FBI facility would even be a party to knowing about what's going on, or be able to listen, or say that something happened the other ways. They may have only been in there for 5 minutes and said they were there for 5 hours. We don't know. We should have a recorded document that we can listen to that lets us hear every single question and every single answer. And if it was on a Saturday and not taped, not recorded, not under oath, how much of an investigation was it really? So, sorry, Donald, thought I was helping you out. Didn't mean to make you come into this grandiose image of being puppeteered by Russia or anything. But I wish everyone the best, and would say that, if we move back to laws where the media, our media, had to report both sides of every story like they did up until, say, the late 80s, we wouldn't be in this predicament at all. And people keep saying, well, it was her private emails and this that created a problem. And that's not the case at all. We need to see every one of those 68,000 emails. And when we started saying the numbers and talking about it in later quotes, Comey comes back and says, oh, you know what? There was this secret file in the computer that we didn't find. Well, that's just simply not true. Because I've worked on 18 different FBI cases, and I can tell you that even if you absolutely scrub and delete everything, there are still ways to get that information off. So to say that there was a file there that we just didn't happen to go through this one file, even though it said TS emails pay for play on the top, facetiously of course, is absolutely ridiculous. He was pressured into divulging that they did have more information than he had originally said. And if this is indeed new information, then we probably need a new investigation. And since both the AG, Attorney General, and the Chief of the FBI were both appointed by the Obama administration, I seriously doubt that they would pick anybody that they didn't have a famous Billary blackmail bag on. And even if the guy is squeaky, spanky clean, he's not going to risk his job to get thrown out and have that be that awful word, legacy. So I hope that helps, my friends. And yes, I'm the person that's been feeding Donald Trump various tidbits of information, which are readily available on lots of other international news sources. It's only in America that the Clintons control via the pre-cocktail party before the presidential race started. They had CNN, MSNBC, and several other news agencies. When you have someone who can buy stock and control an interest, or when you have someone who can give parties or bonuses or such to various newscasters, we lose the perspective of independent newscasting, and it becomes not only agenda that's politically motivated to assist one person into getting office, but it becomes serious propaganda, which is lies and corruption, specifically worded in a certain way, only with one purpose in mind: to get their candidate in office. So we need to take back all the rules for banking, all the rules for newscasting, and start reporting all sides. But if you're very truly looking for the truth, you will find it. God says that we run to teachers with itching ears to hear what we want to hear. And so the truth is there if you want to find it. And thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Take care. And if you'd like to help with this agency, please write to and send us your thoughts, your letters to buffalostudy@yahoo.com, or send any contributions that would assist. in our endeavors to bring you the true, unrestricted, and correct freedom. Thank you so much. PayPal /buffalostudy at yahoo.com.